Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in, and I hope that I am not too loud, but anyways, we are in and very much ready for the 5E Arena show match from India. And of course, we will be looking at 2EZ Gaming fighting against Headshot Esports. My name's Abstract, and with me here is Hey, I'm Quack, and we will be your casters for today.
Hey, I'm Quack. Nice intro, dude. Yeah, I mean, it is the India show match. This is 5E Arena. I mean, if you guys are watching this, you probably know what 5E is all about, but just to do a quick recap, 5E, it's basically a matchmaking platform that aims to provide an inclusive experience for Counter-Strike players of all levels. Doesn't matter if you're a Silver Elite, if you're Gold Nova, Master Guardian, Legendary Eagle, or even a Global Elite. This matchmaking platform is for you. We have a lot of different game modes. We're looking to expand in towards the Southeast Asian region, but at the same time, it's really all about supporting you guys who are watching this right now, the community. That's why we're having this India show match.
And I believe that the game will be up and running real soon, as we are going to be looking at the players heading into a 9th round, well, whenever that they are ready. So what's going to be happening for the game today, and as it is for now, is that we are definitely going to be looking at first game. Okay, 1 second, I forgot about that. Okay, so first game we're going to be looking at is in Mirage. Game number 2, then we'll be looking at Dust 2. And I believe that the decider game is going to be in Cash? Was it Cash?
Last game should, if I recall, is Inferno?
Oh, Inferno. Okay, so it does kind of seems as though whatever that we are going to be looking at is the El Clasico, right? The big three coming in from CSGO, and we can pretty much understand that Headshot Esports as well as 2EZ Gaming, we should be looking at them at their most comfortable skin, and they should pretty much be all ready to rock and roll whenever they need to, because I mean, there's no reason that they don't know how to play in these maps, right?
Of course, I mean, they definitely know what they're doing on these maps. I mean, there's a reason why they picked them. But just to go over the veto process real quick, 2EZ versus Headshot Esports, right? I mean, these teams, they're pretty big in India, especially if you're an Indian fan watching right now. You guys know who they are. 2EZ, they started off banning Vertigo, Headshot afterwards banned Train, and then 2EZ picks Mirage, followed by a pick on Dust 2 from Headshot Esports. And then they banned Overpass, Nuke, which leaves us with Inferno. That's how the veto process went. But I gotta say, that's kind of interesting. Just taking a look at the previous statistics that I've got on GoToGamers.net, what I see on 2EZ Gaming is actually the fact that they don't have the best win rate on Mirage. So it's quite interesting that they picked that. They actually have a 52% win rate. I'm not sure how accurate this website is, but that's what I've got. Aside from that, their most confident, their highest win rate is actually on Cobblestone. So I don't know. Maybe they've got something in store for us.
Well, I'm very much looking forward to see what they have got in store for us. But for now, we're gonna have to focus in this very game itself inside of Mirage. And it does seem like we are starting to see something a little bit different here, or rather something that we should be looking out for, as I believe that we should be having some big games, big boys coming in. With coming out from Underpass, it does seem like Hellboy has gotten himself with nice kills all across the board, and Captain Cook is already very well inside of the side. Unfortunately, it does seem like 3 members is already from the side of 2EZ Gaming. They're prepared to disband the side 2v1 right inside of Nest. Unfortunately, it does seem like SK Wow will get his head completely decapitated, while even though the C4 has been dropped down, smokes down, and I don't think that Captain Cook is able to even try to defend this at all, unfortunately. The smoke is a little bit too much for him to handle, and not to forget, he does have a bodyguard with him too.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you want to have, a bodyguard to watch you while you get the bomb defused. And that is how that went. Captain Cook, try as he might, he still managed to find one. He stayed alive, but unfortunately not able to swing the victory back into his favor. So score is going to be 1-0, too easy to Headshot Esports for now. But the buys, this is so interesting. This is only the second round and you already have an AUG spawn, not looking to let Headshot Esports breathe.
Yeah, it's not. It definitely isn't something that I would have expected. But for the sound of Headshot Esports, they are also kind of just forcing whatever that they can. They do have a couple of scouts, or rather a single scout, more so that every single one of the players does have Galils on their end. But they're just slowly walking and creeping in right onto catwalk. 3 of them on the catwalk, 1 of them inside of, or rather, not really inside, but somewhere around apartments, and another one is just holding right around their T base. Too Easy Gaming, they don't want to overextend as well. But speaking of overextension, we do have the pushes coming in from the side of Too Easy Gaming right onto short. They engaged with 2-person down right from Headshot Esports, but the nest was not a good show for Too Easy Gaming as well. Now, Headshot Esports, we're gonna be left with the rest of the players that we should be looking at, right? Logi working with what he has got, planting down the bomb as well right into a 2 versus 2. How is this game supposed to be going through for Too Easy Gaming now?
I mean, you gotta consider Logi, that one frag. He upgraded his rifle into an AUG, so now things are looking a lot better for Headshot Esports in this round. They got the bomb down. All they need to do is to secure the angles. They hear the grenades coming forward, and Logi is gonna be able to spray one down, looking for the last one now, dancing between the boxes. I'm pretty sure that SK knows where Logi is. He hunts him down, but Logi sprays him and riddles him full of holes. This is gonna be 1-1. And a little bit of a broken economy on Too Easy's side.
Yikes, that's 1-1, and what can I say? Too Easy Gaming, they definitely have got something, well, pretty tough for them to handle. I mean, after all, despite the fact that we are looking at Too Easy Gaming starting off into the CT side, it does seem like they are having a little bit of problems. First round was, I would say, not exactly 100% a fluke, but in the very event that they are unable to get that ninja defuse off, I'm not too sure whether they will even be able to win in that round.
Yeah, there's a little bit of coordination that you can see from Too Easy. They have these timed peaks where they go in together, especially around the short connector. They do this together as a team, and SK gonna pick up a headshot with the deagle. All that's left is Logi, 2v1. I think Too Easy has this in the bag. I mean, this is a show match, right? There is a tiny prize pool involved. The winner wins $150. Loser, you walk away with 50, so it's not too bad. But you still want to give it all. And this is Logi versus Paradox now. AK versus AUG. Paradox, 24 points of health, 1 bullet, and he's dead.
That whiff! Oh, that whiff. Definitely not what he wants to go in for himself. Too Easy Gaming, 1-2. Well, unfortunately, with that 1 round deficit, not gonna be that big of a blow to his name for now. At least for now, right? It shouldn't be that big of a deal. But the very fact that he lost the round because of that small little whiff is going to decide that very round for themselves, and it's gonna be forcing them into an eco as well. And because of that eco, that is gonna be SK Wow that's immediately gonna get his head popped off. Omkar dashing down onto catwalk, immediately lands the P250 shot onto Captain Cook. So that's one good thing, right? They do have an AKU to work for themselves. But the rest of the members coming from Headshot Esports is just going to be swarming right into A side, jumping right across of Tetris, and just going to be putting himself right on the stats. They managed to get themselves 1. It is going to be 4 versus 3. Spawn, unfortunately, low HP. Make that 2 versus 4. This is not going to be a side easy for them to defend at all. But coming in from Connector, Omkar takes 1. He's got eyes onto the Palace, but unfortunately, I don't think that is going to anything is going to get the Palace guy out for now. With the Zygnera picking up the deagle, he really wants to go out for some 1-digs.
Yeah, but without utility, this is just going to be a tall task ahead of them. They need to clear out Tetris. They need to clear out Palace. He swings it, but Omkar, actually able to pick up a double. Can he get them? No, no! Hellboy shuts him down with the AK. And that's 3-1 now. Headshot Esports, too easy. They keep going head-to-head, clash and clash against each other. But when it just seems like Too Easy is slightly able to push themselves over the edge, they kind of fall a little bit short. Still, though, that was an eco round. I need to remind you, the fact that they were able to bring it down to a 1v1 is very impressive.
I know this is kind of early for me to kind of ask this, but is this well within your conclusions based on, like, you know, their track record against one another?
I don't know. I mean, okay, speaking of the track record, right? I'm glad that you brought that up. Historically, Too Easy has bested Headshot before. I mean, the most recent one is ESL India Premiership winner 2020. That was a 2-0 in favor of Too Easy. But right now, they've got full buys on both sides, and maybe with the numbers advantage, Too Easy slightly looking a lot better. Ember pushing up a connector, though, finds one headshot, immediately gets traded by SK, finds the second. Is he gonna get the third? Misses the flick! Oh no!
Yikes, man, that was close, but regardless, that has got to be a really good defense coming in from the side of Too Easy Gaming. They did manage to leak one member right into A though, but it should be okay, as Omkar pats his friends on the back and said, I got this, as he stood himself right by short and immediately eliminates that one last member that's just holding himself out right onto connector. But all in all, that is going to be a timeout for the side of Too Easy Gaming. They're just going to be taking this time to coordinate themselves again, trying to get themselves back in onto the road. And I would assume that this is kind of a way for them to kind of change the pacing for themselves, or rather momentum shifted over to them.
Exactly, momentum. It's something that, you know, as gamers, we tend to look at, wow, shiny frags, but you don't really expect that momentum would be a very big factor, especially in pro games. When you're winning games back to back, it really gives you a huge confidence boost. And looking at what we've got now in the buys from Too Easy, I think they're starting to feel a little bit more confident. I mean, we're seeing a P90 being pulled out by Nightxera. This is, I mean, they probably know that Headshot are on a little bit of an eco, so maybe looking to exploit that. He's pushing out of mid, looks for the first one, finds an easy headshot. That's nice. All that's left are the 4 remaining players, and guess what? They're all over outside of apartments, possibly looking to explode out of the site. Here they come. They flash out, but it's going to be a bloodbath. Omkar just finding a 2 spray. Wizard actually takes him out. Someone burns. It's a teammate. They try to come in with a flank. Wizard takes him out. 1v3 now. Maybe pick yourself up a weapon. There we go.
I mean, why need a weapon if you can just Tech 9 your way and just, well, I don't know, Tech 9 over rifles any day? But at this moment in time, Wizard is pretty happy with his current positioning, but he is, after all, gonna be inside the department. It's not the safest place to be. 2 points of contact, and of course, that is going to be of opposite directions as well. As Spawn is just gonna be riddling that wall with bullets, just letting his opponents know that, hey, I'm here. But regardless of that fact, Wizard doesn't really care. He thinks he's Harry the Wizard. But I mean, well, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he's pretty much of a wizard because, I mean, looking at all it is, he's currently at one of the highest frag in his team, currently with 5 kills, as compared to Logi and Hellboy, currently with 7 kills each. So I wouldn't doubt his the very fact that he is a wizard Harry. I mean, he is a Harry wizard, or whatever that you like to call him, right? But at this moment in time, 3-3. I kind of do like how this game is playing off for now. It's not like super one-sided or anything. They do have some fair share of their own.
Yeah, slightly back and forth. I mean, I love the whole "you're a wizard, Harry" type of stuff going on. But I mean, you have to keep in mind those past 2 rounds, they went in favor of Too Easy. Too Easy, you know, they are starting on CT. It's slightly more favorable for them, especially because, you know, slightly defender-sided Mirage. They look quite comfortable. So I don't I would kind of expect them to start winning more rounds coming into this 7th round. I really do hope Headshot Esports, I mean, now even despite being on eco, perhaps cast a few Wingardium Leviosa's and they can raise or levitate their play somewhat. But as I say that, SK is just going to find a quick triple. Ooh. They push out a connector. He even finds the 4th. Give the man his ace. Logi wants to deny it.
No. Oh, yikes. Big yikes. SK Wow with a 5 kill to his name, and that is going to be putting him right onto the second half of the scoreboard. That is a total of 9 kills to his name. Did you know that he gained more than half of his kills from a single round?
It's just, I don't know, man. Maybe that's a huge display of skill, but you know what? I think it's a good time to talk about, hey, 5e Arena, they're coming up with Season 2 soon. There's going to be this new highlight feature where if you come up with big multi-frags like that, a double kill and the bomb is dropped, with a click of a button for 5e Arena, you actually get to save your highlights. I don't know how they're gonna make it work, but it's something to look out for in the future. As I say that, Omkar's just gonna pick up another. Now 4v2. I think we can kind of see where this is going.
Yeah, it's kind of leading over towards of Too Easy Gaming. I mean, understandably, or maybe not. Wizard popped off the head of Omkar and may potentially pop off the other one, but unfortunately, SK Wow coming up from the underpass did manage to find himself a pop shot onto Wizard and just immediately took him right off of the game as Logi drops down from Nest. Equalizes the score factor into a 1-1, but Paradox, he immediately picked out right at the timing where Logi picked up his knife and just gonna be brandishing around. But unfortunately, that's just timing, buddy. That's just timing. I mean, to be fair, right? Why would you expect another person to pop right out in the same place where your opponent just died when it's a 1 versus 1, right? You gotta have to expect the opponent to be inside.
Yeah, that's just really unfortunate. I mean, the bomb was dropped. The fact that he was able to pick that one kill was pretty huge, but did not anticipate the second. So back into this game, it's going to be round number 9, and Nightzera, just aggression out of Palace, finds himself a triple. And now 2 remaining players with a D. Give the man his ace. Nope, it gets denied by Logi, but SK cleans things up. 6-3, and Too Easy are not showing any signs of stopping.
The momentum have, of course, instead of gradually, I think that this is just a spike that's shifted over to the side of Too Easy Gaming, right? Getting themselves, I believe, 4 wins in a row. Make that 5. A total of 5 wins in a row for the side of Too Easy Gaming. They are happy. Like, they are literally on the rainbows right now. But I really hope that doesn't get into their heads at all because, you know, complacency is pretty dull. Yeah. Headshot Esports at this moment in time, they do have full buy, but their utilities may not necessarily be the best. But it could be better. Especially since they are definitely just going to be pumping right in onto the connector. With 1 person down from the side of Too Easy Gaming, this game can definitely still be won by Headshot Esports as they open right in from TK. Okay. A total of 3 for himself. Paradox, the next one to go down as he hides himself right inside of jungle. Headshot Esports, man, dude, that's the caster's curse right there. I was just complimenting Too Easy Gaming for like a few seconds and boom pow, all of them got headshotted down to the ground.
You know, it's your curse, man. You posted it on TikTok. I know you've been casting Mobile Legends. You had a caster's curse moment back in those tournaments. It's happening again. I think it's best that you just avoid.
Shut up, right?
Back into the game.
I'm zipping up, but you know, I can use that towards my advantage, right? I can kind of use that towards my advantage and just say something along those lines like, Too Easy Gaming is doing too well here. For Headshot Esports can definitely not pick up another win for themselves. Would that work?
And then maybe that would happen. Just like you said it. Logi will find that headshot. Now, Ember almost able to find the second over by ladder room. Not only avoids it, but if that guy stays in ladder, he's pretty much going to get pincered in by the players from Headshot Esports. Now they have B short. It's going to be an easy B execute for these guys, unless Omkar can do something about it. Nope, he gets instantly traded. So now this is going to be a 2v4 retake situation, 2v3. Let's see how this plays out.
But unfortunately, Nightzera HP is down to a sliver. Only 10 HP. Captain Cook coming in just right inside of market. Immediately sends that bullet right through and in between our SK Wild's eyebrows. He's gonna be left with Nightzera. He does have only a single M4, but with that low amount of health, what can he possibly do? He decides to make his way. Oh, we can
Oh,
definitely see that. We can
yep.
definitely see that.
Wizard is aware. Well, at the very least, I think he's looking to save his M4. So maybe bring a hero M4 into the next round, the rest of the squad, perhaps the Deagle, upgraded pistol or something. But it's pretty clear this is a 6-5 for now. We might even see an 8-7. Both teams just really going head to head, clash to clash. I said this before, but they are really just jumping full guns blazing in towards each other. And it kind of becomes a bit of a death match at points.
Yeah, round after round, but hey, the Castle's Curse definitely came right in. HL Esports actually did manage to win the round against Easy Gaming. So, honestly, this is not the time for me to say anything about who's gonna win or what they're gonna do. But regardless of the fact, that is round number 12 that we are gonna be looking at right now. 6-5. Ember tries to open up the side. He did manage to, actually. And on the other side, Palace Wizard drops right in. He did manage to get 2, but unfortunately he traded out 2 as well. But make that 3 from the side of 2 Easy Gaming. It's just gonna be left with Omkar as well as Paradox. One person that's just gonna be on stairs as well as outside a connector. Only for the 2 of them to get absolutely shot out. Not even a trade. And Headshot Esports managed to clinch that round and bring the game into a stalemate.
Yeah, stalemate for now, but along with the loss of that previous round, it's going to be a full buy for Too Easy Gaming now that they've saved up enough. So far, I mean, Too Easy has been playing a very standard, very default, tactical kind of defense, right? The way that they're holding towards mid, they push out sometimes like they're doing right now, but they instantly get shut down by Hellboy. Hello, 2 headshots. And now we're into a 5v3.
Pop goes the Weasel, as Headshot Esports is probably gonna be singing that because that is 2 headshots in a row. Maybe we'll be looking at more. But the way that Headshot Esports is working at, they're definitely gonna go in all hot and mighty inside of A. Unfortunately, Too Easy Gaming, the only thing that they have got in store for them or going around for them is that a single player right onto ticketing booth. Not going to be the best place for him to hold out the side against 4 members. But he did manage to take 1 for himself, only to get it completely traded out though. Hellboy standing right behind the barrels and immediately picked right out right after SK Wild takes his shot onto Captain Cook. A good refrag coming in from the side of Headshot Esports. They definitely knew when and where to come out from. And they also have really good amount of information onto the side of where the rest of the CT players are.
Absolutely. I mean, Too Easy, they're starting to get, I guess, like you said earlier on, a little bit complacent. They've started to push out hyper aggressively in towards places like mid, and then they get punished. Headshot Esports, once they have the numbers advantage, they are that kind of team that really knows how to play that to their strengths. The way that they play off of each other's contact, like we just saw, if someone dies, it's going to be an instant trade. So you cannot give Headshot Esports that much room to work with. Too Easy now, back towards pistols. They're looking to maybe retrieve a weapon or 2, but Headshot Esports are 1 step ahead. Logi finds the first frag.
Maybe we'll be looking at another one coming in. Headshot Esports slowly making their way over to apartments. Tosses a flash right across into mid. Doesn't seem to affect Nike-Zara at this moment in time. While Spawn makes his way over to Connector, tries to open up onto Hellboy, but Hellboy is going to be the one that takes that shot instead. And that is going to be opening up quite a lot of places for Headshot Esports to actually make their way into sites. Make it A or make it B. But at this moment in time, they're making it into B. It's gonna be an easy one as Captain Cook finds himself one onto the side of Omkar, while the other is just gonna be laid down to rest real soon as SK Wild is gonna be heading his way slowly right into Nest and then right into, well, I'm not too sure what he's gonna be working on right now, but I don't think that his Deagle is gonna be able to help him.
Yeah, dude. 1 Deagle and a Dream. You're up against 5 strong players from Headshot Esports. SK, maybe he hears a couple of jumps, a couple of footsteps. It's Captain Cook, and he's just, I guess, toying with him at this point. But wow!
Oh.
Okay, 1 tap. He finds 1, but immediately gets traded. What did I say about Headshot Esports? This is what they do.
Headshotting?
Yep, headshotting and trading.
Looking good so far, at least for them. we're looking at coming to the end of the first half. Round 15. Is it going to be a round over to Headshot Esports, or is it going to be a round for Too Easy Gaming? The way that it is right now, momentum definitely shifted over to the side of Headshot Esports. They're definitely going to be happy with what they have got so far. So they would want to ride onto the momentum, ride that wave like a tsunami, and just crash it all the way down on the Too Easy Gaming, flooding them all over the side. And, well, speaking of side, it does seem like only 1% is on A.
A little bit wary though. Too Easy, if we take a look at the bottom left of the screen right now, they have 2 ops bought up, and if they haven't fired them yet, Headshot Esports will not be aware of this, and as soon as they peek out, that's Spawn finding the first frag. So now numbers advantage over onto Too Easy. All they have to do is to hold the angles, make sure that they don't give anything up. Paradox looking to be a little bit eager, pushing out of the smoke, finds one more. 5v3 now. You might have thought it was an 9-6 because of the momentum, but as soon as I say that, it's Headshot Esports back into the game. The 2 remaining guns on Too Easy now are both ops. Not a very, I guess, strong loadout if you're going against 2 remaining players who might have automatic weapons.
Well, if you're gonna take your fight from a long distance, I guess it wouldn't be so bad. But considering the fact that they gotta have to defend the side 1-for-1, one in B and one in A, well, it can either go really bad or extremely good. But at this moment in time, you know, I mean, it's an either-or situation, right? Headshot Esports, they are kind of on the fence as to where they want to go. But it doesn't seem like they are convinced that there's anyone in A, or maybe they are convinced. They know that someone is around. Takes one shot. Spawn brings down one that is just gonna be hiding himself right on top. Not really hiding, but exposing himself right on top of Stas. And the last member coming in from the side of Wizard just gonna be slowly heading his way right into Sandwich, waiting for the perfect time. Looking for where is the enemies. It's literally gonna be an AWP showdown. Who is exactly gonna be the one to come up on top? He's panicking. He don't know where to look. There's way too much sounds going about. There's just way too much audio simulation. The sounds in the sounds in stairs, the sounds on side. Where do I look? When are they coming out? That's just tough for him.
Really tough. So that's the end of the first half, 8-7, like you said. Audio sensory overload for the poor guy. But, I mean, 8-7, that's not too bad, especially if you're switching over onto the CT side for Headshot Esports. So I'm thinking, you know, this time around, things might be looking a little bit brighter for them.
Yeah, so unfortunately, well, I mean, okay, in your honest opinion, what do you think about, you know, CT size and maybe like T size? Which is your favorite, rather?
Ooh, I mean, if I'm playing, you have a lot more freedom as a T side. You get to be a lot more proactive, right? Coming up with strategies about how you want to attack, but at times it can be very difficult. So it all comes down to your strategy. SK gonna get stuck on the ladder back there. Now back into a 3v3. But of course, it's just not looking too good. Too easy. We'll be able to get the bomb down, but back into a 2v2. Do they know where the remaining Headshot Esports players are?
Well, now they know. At least one of them. It doesn't seem like the one on CT is going to be a bearer of bad news. Or maybe I take it back. He is going to be a bearer of bad news. But 1-for-1, who's going to be the one that takes a shot in the head first? But it does seem like it's going to be Longy that manages to snipe Spawn's head right off, although it's not exactly head, but just kinda just shoot off his shoulders, and boom, my ligaments! And that is gonna be it, right? Headshot Esports gets himself one, 7-9. Things are looking rather nice for Headshot Esports, despite the track record of kind of losing to Too Easy Gaming every now and then in some of the other matches.
They really love just running into each other head first and then try to outfrag the other. Right now, with the way that Headshot Esports are playing, especially if they are on CT, when they have the numbers advantage, I don't see Too Easy making their way out of it alive. The way that they know how to push in together as a duo, like what we just saw and towards the end, if they have this on lockdown, Too Easy, they're gonna need to work tighter together as a team. I mean, right now, pushing up solo in towards connector, you are going to get punished.
Well. 7-9, and we are, of course, looking at Too Easy Gaming with not much to work with. We are only left with Nightzera with a single Deagle and SK Wild with a Deagle as well. But what exactly can they do right now? They have to slowly make their way inside. Actually, it did manage to bring the person down inside of Sandwich, but unfortunately completely traded out right from constructions. So, things are definitely going pretty well for Headshot Esports. They have been constantly winning and winning and winning, but how long will this win last? That is the question.
You know what? Even if Headshot Esports starts winning rounds, I mean, we have the whole caster's curse thing going on. I'll still keep reminding you about that abstract, but
Yep.
Too Easy has won my heart because they have those aces from the previous half. Right now, though,
SK
they're
Wow.
trying to make some plays happen, right? One over by Palace, looking to push up outside of connector, perhaps. It all comes down to whether they can hold this short position from B. Headshot Esports, if they can put a stop to this push in towards connector, Too Easy's attack might just fall apart.
1 minute and 15 seconds in. Headshot, Too Easy Gaming to make something to work out, and they did! Right through the smoke, Spawn brings down Wizard and just plopping his head right off his shoulders. And just because of that 2 initial kills, that is going to be left with Ember, Hellboy, and Captain Cook, all to defend for themselves and fend the sides, while the rest of the members from the side of Too Easy Gaming, it does seem like, okay, that's not legal at all. From that range with M7, no, Hellboy, no! What's going on? My oh my. Headshot Esports, what's going on? What's going on? That's illegal!
It's gotta be a little bit of pace. Too Easy, right? I think they're having a little bit of fun. The way that they've been pushing up here and there. At first, a lot of presence being made known around mid. As soon as they find one on connector, they just make the sudden quick decision to rotate back towards A. And when the site is not clear, of course, you have to expect that Hellboy could be pushed up in such a forward position, such as ramps. And since it's not clear, you just rush out, you're going to get punished for it. 3 players gone. Now there's one more loss from Too Easy's roster. It's looking to be another round for Headshot Esports.
Well, a little bit tough to say for now, though. I mean, we can definitely start to see something more amazing from Too Easy Gaming, but they're just falling into the traps that Headshot Esports has been laying out. It could be bear tooth traps, we are looking at pitfall traps, whatever that you call it. And Too Easy Gaming, they're just falling in. They're getting chomped at. And Ember, even though he got he got a little bit distracted. He knew that someone is coming in from apartments. He immediately went for a 90 degrees flick over to the right side, only to realize that, hey, my original position has someone popping out first. He still had the time to flick right back to the negative 90 degrees, kill that one, and then back 90 degrees again to kill another one. What's going on?
I couldn't have said it better myself. I mean, you said it, Abstract. They laid out traps for Too Easy Gaming, knowing that they are on the CT side. Unlike what Too Easy were doing in the previous half, they are playing a lot more passive, right? They're holding these off-angle positions, not pushing out, instead just letting Too Easy walk in towards their crosshairs. But here it comes. It's going to be quick execute, quick headshot from Paradox. Now looking for the next as he comes in with a stutter step outside of Tetris. Actually finds a frag kill, but here comes Ember trying to hold the ground. He's going to fall. Now we're into a 3v2 scenario, and 2 out of the 3 players on Too Easy squad are really, really low.
With a sliver of health on the side of SK while Paradox is on critical health, someone bring him into the emergency room, man. As Omkar very likely is gonna be the one that will be very pivotal to the wins of Too Easy Gaming. The rest of the members, well, they can kinda, oh no! They were, well, in some sense, yes, bait. And Logi goes for the jump on top of fireboxes and finds himself yet another kill onto the side of Omkar. And that is gonna be 13 points that is gonna be given away to the side of Headshot Esports. Too Easy Gaming, they're choking. They're choking so hard, and they are unable to find themselves a single win ever since they have entered into the terrorist side.
Yeah, you hate to see it, right? I mean, just the way that Headshot Esports were even going in with that retake, such discipline, the way that not a single sound was made, just slowly creeping outside of stairs, looking for the players. I think they probably scrim against each other. They know which are the most common corners to clear. And of course, just because of that, too easy, even if they play really, really defensively after getting the bomb down, they have to be prepared. And since they're not quite prepared, they're gonna get shut down. And we're going back into it. It's the 21st round. Smokes are coming off. It looks to be a B execute, but just as soon as the utility is getting spent, Headshot Esports, they slow it by. They dial it back. Paradoxo is able to find one headshot now, looking to explode out, but Captain Cook is saying hello. He's looking for the next one. It's going to be an easy spray. 2v1 now, and SK Wow looking to push out a B short. Molly in hand looking to flush someone out of position, but can't quite find anything.
And it's just gonna be left with SK Wow. He tried to hold his own against Amber as well as Hellboy, but it's just way too much angle for him to focus on. One that is inside of Marcus, and the other one is just gonna be right smack in the center of the, site. But it does seem like he made a really good choice there, mauling out the site and then focusing his angle onto the shots. But one thing that he did not realize is that, well, his opponents can stand under fire after all.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, unless there's Summit 1G, it's not quite gonna happen that way. This time though, aggressive position for Hellboy, able to find one, does not convert it into the second. This is gonna be a quick execution onto the A side from Too Easy.
And as it is for now, it does seem like we are going to be looking at quite an artillery strike right on top of the heads of Wizard. It does seem like it's going to be tough for him to hold out this angle all by himself. Amber's just going to be holding down his ground right outside of the ladder room. Will he be able to get a single shot? It does seem like he did! Nick spawn right off from the other side of the map. Logi stays himself right inside the connector, waiting for the audio cue, waiting for the perfect time for him to eventually come in and swoop in for the kill. But Logi is not going to be playing for too much of a patience game. He wants to rotate. He wants to move together with his fellow teammate and just head on over to ticketing booth, and hopefully that they will be able to work out on some sneaky refrag games.
Okay.
Nixera. Oh, they were looking for something a little bit cheesy over there. But unfortunately, no one is around the side for Headshot Esports. They're just slowly letting Too Easy Gaming just bring out the bomb. It's gonna be the C4 is going to be planted after all, and the timer will now take on the heads of Headshot Esports.
Oh, well, two are pushing out from two from CT, one from Connector. That's gonna be Ember. Finds one. It's already an easy cleanup at this point as SK
Yikes!
tries to pull off a flank from mid. This is why Headshot Esports just completely abandoned the site. They knew they had the numbers advantage. I think they probably knew that Too Easy were really banged up. I mean, 2 out of 3 players, again, were really, really low as well. So this is going to be match point. Headshot Esports, they're playing a very tactically sound game right now.
Yeah, I mean, this may potentially gonna be the last round after all. This is match point in favor of Headshot Esports. All they gotta do is just, well, do whatever they have been doing for the past, like, 8 rounds or so. 7 rounds or so. So, they are pretty happy. It shouldn't be too big of a problem. The way they have been putting themselves so far, they have one person that's gonna be on ticketing booth, the other one is just gonna be pushed right on to connector. But Too Easy Gaming, they're not gonna make things too easy for Headshot Esports at all. We do have quite a push out coming from Too Easy Gaming, with one member coming in from Paradox, just gonna be heading his way right onto the mid. Nixera heads himself right back. They are ready to take up for the side, either in A or B, anytime, whenever necessary.
Okay, nice little headshot. Brings the numbers advantage back into Too Easy Gaming's favor. They have to approach this round carefully, though, right? As soon as they start dropping players, things are not gonna look too good. So it comes down to the execute, something that we haven't quite seen from them yet. They start to maybe find one and then they push in as a squad. This time, maybe trying to sell a bit of a fake towards the B side. They've committed a few grenades, and to look at your mini map, Headshot Esports, I mean, they're diverting their resources towards the B side, and I think this ruse has worked out. They're pushing in towards A at this point. It all comes down to whether Hellboy takes a sniff of this and turns back around, but it doesn't look like it's happening yet.
Yeah, I think that
Time will tell.
even if he does know that Too Easy Gaming is just heading themselves over to A, they're just gonna let Headshot Esports, or rather, they're just gonna let Too Easy Gaming just put the plant down, and Headshot Esports can just swarm in like a bunch of
True.
bees and just kind of work it all around, right? They'll find a way to win, but oh, interesting. Yeah, they're not intending to contest for this.
Really? You got 15 to 7. You don't want to risk the round? All right. Hold on to your AKs, your op. Since they're CT, so like.
I mean, yeah, it kind of works. If they manage to find themselves one kill here, then at least they will be able to tally things out. But for V5, this is not a tough round, and they should also have a good idea that Spawn's HP is low, and many of them has been tagged. While Headshot Esports themselves, a lot of them are pretty healthy, so they can actually just go for the fight if they want to. But perhaps, just to give them benefit of the doubt.
Man.
Maybe that was valuable. I suppose so. Yeah, we can put that in our playbooks, right? Having an AK is more important than potentially losing a round.
I guess so, but let's see. I mean, 15 to 8. That's a round deficit of 7. I can do math, but it's 8, 9, 10, not the worst thing, right?
Yeah, your math is pretty good.
even if it is like they lose one round, maybe even if they lose this one, it's not the worst thing in the world. I guess they're just trying to play it safe. So let's see what happens. Back into the round we go, and it seems like Too Easy wants to make a quick execute outside of apartments. Can they actually be there on time though?
Yeah, it does seem like they should be able to just kind of floor it, or perhaps not. As Ember finds himself to make that 3. My god, this is where he's on a killing spree. But unfortunately, Wizard takes himself 1 and Ember gets himself 4. That is a full team wipe for the side of Headshot Esports, and they find themselves with a first win against Too Easy Gaming versus Headshot versus themselves. So congratulations over to them. Let us move on to, well, potentially what may be coming up next. One.
And welcome back, everyone, to the 5E Arena India Showmatch Showdown. It's going to be Too Easy versus Headshot Esports. We just saw a 16 to 8, if I recall correctly, on Mirage. Moving on to the next map, it's going to be Dust 2. I'm your caster. Hey, I'm Quack, and with me is none other than Such Abstract.
Well, that game was pretty done sick, right? But unfortunately, we gotta have to kind of sweep up the lobby as we prepare for the next game incoming between the two of them. What do you expect in here for Dust 2?
I mean, looking at how Too Easy has been playing, they seem very, very fast and furious. They just want to rush in, and especially on their last round, I'm not quite sure why you want to pull off a rush strat, especially since an opposing team like Headshot Esports, if they know what to do, throwing a molly really cuts off the rotation from the rest of your teammates. You can't join in along with the rush. Things just really fall apart. On towards Dust 2, a map that's known to be quite frag heavy, not so important on the strats. I think Too Easy stand a better chance. They do have a statistics a higher win rate on this map, 60% win rate on Dust 2, as opposed to Headshot Esports 40% win rate. Again, these are statistics from GoToGamers.net. I think it really should be too easy taking this one home, but just because of the way that they've been playing, I don't want to put all my chips onto that table yet.
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 I can absolutely understand that. Well, well, we kind of get everything shuffled in, and we'll see if whether Headshot Esports, or rather, if whether Too Easy Gaming have got a chance against Headshot Esports, because this is a best of 3 after all. The show match is best of 3, so if Too Easy Gaming is able to get themselves one win from against Headshot Esports, then, well, we will be looking at the third game of the series. But, well, this is all entirely dependent on Too Easy Gaming if they are able to take the next game against Headshot Esports. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We will be right back with you guys for match or rather game number 2. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are now into the next part of the series, and of course that is going to be game number 2 in, well, Dust 2, the El Clasico, once again, with 2 Easy Gaming versus Headshot Esports, and understandably, we do have Headshot Esports that did manage to take themselves with the first part of the series, so another game by Headshot Esports is going to end out the entire series.
Who knows? I mean, that could happen, but let's see how this one plays out. They're just, I guess, warming up right now. Headshot Esports, of course, I guess. Is there actually? Yeah, I think there should be a knife round to decide who starts on which side. So, see what happens. But in the meantime, I think this is a good time to talk about 5e Arena, right? That's why we're doing this whole thing in the first place. It's an India Showmatch because they recently launched servers for India, and that's, I think, really awesome. They already have servers for Singapore, Hong Kong, I think even Japan. Have you actually tried playing 5e before?
Well, I haven't played CS:GO in a pretty long time, not gonna lie, for being way too busy in all of my events, buddy. I wish I could have time to play.
Yeah, I really wish you could too, because I need someone to carry me, and then we can participate in the role rooms, which 5e has, which is essentially like a lucky draw system. You complete matches and you get, like, say, maybe minimum of 25 kills per day, and then you join the role room. You stand a chance to win skins, dude. I want skins.
Yo, who doesn't want skins? Who doesn't want skins? I want skins. I want to play and be rewarded. But I can't play, so how am I supposed to be rewarded?
But if you guys sitting at home and you're watching this, you can play and get rewarded. So what are you waiting for? Like, go download. It's 5earena.com/download, I believe. But I mean, yeah, aside from that, you know, such Abstract, he's a very busy caster. Been grinding out Mobile Legends. So give him a quick follow. Search him up on social media. I believe he has a Facebook page. But yeah. Aside from that, quick plug. It is
for yourself.
5e Arena.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We're going there. But I want to go somewhere else. How about Hey, I'm Quack? Check him out as well. Facebook page, Instagram, wherever that he has, you know. Twitter as well. He's pretty active in Twitter, and being active in Twitter is definitely something that I need to work on.
But yes, 5e Arena, they are starting up with a season 2 pretty soon. We are aware that for players in India, some people have issues with their internet service provider. I think it's called Jio. 5e, they are aware of this. Thank you for your patience and understanding. They are working hard at it, so feel free to provide your feedback or anything. Let us know what your issues are by reaching out to the 5e Arena Discord. You can join it. I think the link is somewhere in the description. But aside from that, I think it has been decided that 2Easy will be starting out on the CT side. So let's go.
Let's go indeed. And Headshot Esports, they are gonna be on to the terrorists, and the way that they're moving right now is heading themselves up into upper tunnels, and they are gonna be very prepared. And you know, speaking of upper tunnel, you know, like Zero with the knife, with that glove, definitely not gonna give him copper tunnel. But in the meantime, speaking of copper tunnel, oh man, God, that is gonna be one heck of a wrecking ball from the side of Headshot Esports, immediately just throwing everyone else down into the ground, eating dirt. And the only one, or rather one person left from the side of Headshot Esports is going to be Ember himself, only to be absolutely tri-wayed by the side of 2Easy Gaming, and 2Easy Gaming easily picks themselves up with the first round in that pistol.
You know what was that? You know what that round was, Abstract?
Yep. What is it?
It was 2Easy.
Oh, god damn it.
I'm gonna see myself out. No, but really, for real, the fact that Nike Zero is kind of playing this anti-flash position at the back of the site, as soon as he heard those footsteps, as soon as he heard those flashbangs clinking against the wall, he knew to turn away. And the whole time he was calling out to his team, "They're rushing B. They're rushing B. We know how to play against this. Everyone come over." It's headshots for days, and now immediate sprays over onto outside of
hello.
Another 2Easy round for 2Easy Gaming.
2Easy. 3 kills for the side of Spawn and Omkar. Unfortunately, he went down, but with a great amount of kills to his name. 2 for himself and 3 to Spawn. We're looking at some pretty good games incoming right about here because this is quite a role that QEC Gaming has for themselves. But after all, we're talking about them being in the CT. Casters cast once again. Nixera, right after we commented, or he just complimented them, immediately just running right through of the mid doors and just got sniped right off. My oh my.
Like, if you don't smoke out B and you just rush out of doors, you're gonna get shut down. I mean, even if he didn't have an off, that was not a very sound move. So, numbers advantage for Headshot Esports. They get a lot more breathing room. They have the option to push to whichever side they want. For now, it's mid control. And both sides just trying to feel each other out. If Headshot Esports can actually find an opener over onto, say, maybe B tunnels or even from A short, that would be the side to start pushing. But too easy for now, just playing very defensively.
As they slowly make their way onto the designated spot, with one person just gonna be hiding himself within of A site. One player, Omkar, adding himself right at the end of A long, like literally at the end. One holding up mid, and SK Wow getting himself inside of B. They do have a little bit of information here and there. Paradox immediately swings himself right out onto middle doors. He did manage to pick himself one after putting more lead onto the side of Ember. First kill down, second kill down, credited over to the side of SK Wow. It does seem like Headshot, we're looking at quite some fallacy, or maybe onto the side of Too Easy Gaming actually. Too Easy Gaming lost all members right after Headshot Esports decided to go for mid to B strat. They did manage to bring down most, if not everyone, from Too Easy Gaming from the side of Windows.
Yeah, I think the only reason why Too Easy lost that was because of firepower. The strategy was pretty much there. I love what they did, not giving up any information for Headshot Esports. So they just had to make a quick decision to push mid to B. This time, an opening pick outside of A long. Same situation as before, and worse firepower for Too Easy. How do they play this one out?
Well, the best thing that they can do is just kind of turtle and just hunker down and wait for the perfect time where Headshot Esports just come in guns blazing. Like game number 1, right? Or rather round number 1. But unfortunately, that was pistol round, and definitely... Ooh! That flash did not quite do the justice that Hellboy was hoping for. He jumped himself right inside of pit and would want to go for a 1 versus 1 literal show match against Spawn, and he did manage to win in that grounds. Paradox tosses the smoke right in between and separating himself away from his enemies while focusing down his fire onto A shot as well. But it should be okay, hopping on the elevator, but right behind the blue car, Logitech finds himself one as Omkar heads himself to in between of the smokes. I don't think that Headshot Esports will be able to find out exactly where he is, but they're just blind spraying into the smoke. 2 versus 4. What can Too Easy Gaming even do at this moment in time? Not much, to be honest, not much. But they're going off with an elevation, a little bit of a boost. But Nixera finds himself eating coal, rock, lead. And down he goes, and so will Omkar.
Yeah, sometimes you just you want to come up with some sort of an elevated position, boosting yourself up, but then you just find yourself with a mouthful of bullets. It's really unfortunate. I like the smoke that they had, but I guess they just weren't anticipating that Headshot would have already pushed in and out of the smoke. So coming into the 5th round now, and Headshot Esports are not slowing down. In fact, they are switching things up. Sometimes they go A, this time they are going B.
I do like the switch up that they have, making sure that they are not predictable. Because, I mean, after all, we have seen teams that just decided to hit the same plays over and over again because they know that it's gonna work. But for now, it doesn't seem like things are working very well for themselves. Well, all of the players still have a lot of, well, health. The only thing is Amber lost 9 points of health. Not gonna be that big of a deal, to be honest. But considering the fact that Too Easy Gaming, most of them is working on pistols, it may actually make some difference. But I heard some dink. Did I hear any dink?
Yeah, maybe one, I guess, onto Captain Cook. That 9 HP damage onto Ember was a friendly fire. Not the
Oh,
worst thing. I mean, you're still practically full health, but let's see what happens. All pistols on the other half of the map now, which is towards the B side. They were banking on maybe ganging up on one or two of the players from Headshot Esports, maybe pick themselves up a weapon, but this time they're just feeding themselves in towards Captain Cook, who finds two, looking for the remaining two. Teammate come in to support. They
oh.
actually pick up one. Okay. A little bit of economical damage, but this should still be Captain Cook's kill. There we go.
No problem. No problem. No problems at all. I mean, they did lose one man, and like you said, yes, some economical damage, but it's not that big, to be honest. Headshot Esports, they still have quite a lot of credits to their name. Most of them still have roughly around 3000 as well as 5000, so it should be pretty much a-okay. But Too Easy Gaming though, they're gonna be finding themselves breaking the banks, unable to secure anything of solid when it comes to, well, big boy guns. Most of them is only gonna be working with a couple of deagles as well as a 5-7 on the south spawn.
Ooh.
But Paradox, which is holding down mid, it does have Scout. Unfortunately,
Whoa.
wasn't able to do quite much, or maybe not. He did manage to get a really blind shot right through the smoke onto Captain Cook. Not something that Captain Cook was expecting as well. But it shouldn't be too big of a problem. The rest of the Too Easy Gaming, they would really want to just waterfall inside of B whenever that they can, but this is going to pose some threat because Logi comes in from behind, immediately just deconstructing the side of Too Easy Gaming, unable to get themselves that nice full fight 4-man push into B. But one after another, Ember and Wizard finds themselves 3 and then 4th kill to their name. 2-4. Headshot Esports looking to be pretty darn fine.
I mean, do we expect that round going any other way, Abstract? It's Wizard, and he casts an Ember spell. So, into round number 7. Finally, Too Easy back into a full buy. They are buying up 2 ops. This is all in or nothing. If they lose this round, it's another round where they are back on pistols. So, I hope they have something in store. Otherwise, this double op investment is not going to return quite nicely.
Well, I really hope for the best for Too Easy Gaming. It will hurt so much if we were to see them back onto this pistols, you know. But the fact that they have 2 oppers on their round, I think that they do stand a pretty good chance, right? A single opper when it comes to Paradox is just going to be holding down onto A long, with the other opper from SK Wow is just going to be holding down onto mid, right? So they do have quite some verticals when it comes to the middle and the right side of the map. But for B side, it should be a lot easier for them to break. So if Headshot Esports is able to, you know, get a little bit of information as to where the other side, where the oppers are at, it's definitely gonna give put quite a lot of decision making onto the side of Headshot Esports.
Yeah, and you gotta keep in mind, those ops have not been sounded off yet. So at this point in time, Headshot Esports is not aware that ops are in play. This will tell one. He finds the second. Okay, come on, give us the third, man. SK, don't do us like this. Oh no, get shut down with the deagle. Captain Cook immediately finds another. Of course, let's see if Omkar can actually cut them off while they try to rotate mid to B. Captain Cook now coming out of tunnels, able to lurk somewhat, but misses his spray. Still though, the bomb has gone down, so this is going to be a 3v3 retake.
But for now, it doesn't seem to be too big of a problem. Unfortunately, 1-for-1 trade coming in right onto CT base. 2 of them just hiding themselves right behind our B doors. But Captain Cook coming in from upper tunnels immediately laid Nixera into rest. And Omkar, 1v1, takes off the head of Captain Cook. Will he be able to shoot out the eyeballs of his opponent? Yes, he will! Brings Wizard down to shame. And Omkar clutches out the round and even defuses the bomb with his very nice trusty defuse kit.
Perfect. I mean, the fact that he just had the defuse kit is a cherry on top of that entire Sunday, which is how he played that round. going in, knowing that one player was up around tunnels, and that was Logi as he tried to cut them off in the rotate. And then, of course, just knowing where the last player is because he was the one to throw that molly in the first place. Very smart. Now, coming into the next round, it's going to be slightly, I guess, maybe more aggressive from Too Easy. They pushed up in towards pit, immediately shut down. That's Paradox. So pushing out of A long. If Knights can actually stop them, this would be huge, but he's starting to fall. Oh my gosh, flash in, Spawn pushes out, finds one more. I don't think they want to push out of A long anymore.
Definitely not the case for them. There's a lot of death that has happened in A long itself. But Headshot Esports, they have decided to change their strategy just by a little bit. Or I think that is going to be something that is going to be stopping Headshot, right? They know that SKWow is now going to be anchoring down onto B and just watching into tunnels. Unfortunately, SKWow missed the shot right through tunnels, so they do have a little bit of time to kind of rotate themselves inside or maybe just floor it, right? Step on an accelerator pedal and don't stop. Don't stop, but they are stopping still. Wizard, unfortunately, he is on the AWP, but the timing plays onto the side of Wizard, only for him to get popped off while he still have the grenade on his hands.
Sometimes when it's a stop for one team, it's the go sign for another, and of course that's going to be SKWow. Just knowing that they were trying to make a B execute, he knew exactly where precisely to time that peak. Coming out, finding the first, and then getting the second. This is perfect plays from Too Easy now. If they can continue with this momentum, this would be good for them in the first half.
4-4. 1 minute and 30 seconds into the game. It is not too late for them to change up their pacing of the game or maybe just head themselves off somewhere, because honestly right now on being on the T side, it's tough for you to break into anywhere because of the massive amount of AWPs that's being bought from Too Easy Gaming. They are anchoring their sites pretty well, they're landing their shots pretty darn well as well, but Headshot Esports definitely seems like they are not gonna be accepting defeat just yet, as they flashed out onto Catwalk and into A short. They're slowly finding some momentum in, but he kind of Molotoved himself right out from A long. Well, not that big of a deal, not too big of a problem. Should be able to look at some kind of a change here. But they would definitely want to. They definitely would want to push it to A shot, right?
Yeah, the problem that Headshot Esports players are facing right now is a complete lack of information. Look at the positions that Too Easy are holding. So safe. They are not making a single sound, perhaps from other than scoping. Paradox, I see you. The rest of the squad not moving an inch, not even breathing. They're holding their breath, and Headshot Esports have to make a gamble about which side is weaker. And if they pick B, they would be right, but it looks like they're going towards A instead, and that's the one that's heavily fortified by 3 players from Too Easy. That's 2 headshots now, and all that's left are Wizard and Logi pushing out of short. It is currently being smoked off, so maybe they'll be able to get the bomb down, but it's an instant flick. Paradox and Spawn shutting them down, cleaning things up, and we're into a 5-4 as Headshot defuses the bomb.
Well, what can I say? This is Too Easy's game, and Too Easy indeed. But we are still looking at 5-4, so pretty much still on a stalemate. Headshot Esports can still come back in the game, and as we have seen before in Mirage, they were on quite of a stalemate, but once they kind of switched sides, that is where Too Easy finds themselves in a really tough spot. Because Too Easy, it does seem like they have a little bit of a weakness when it comes to being on the terrorists, at least in Mirage, right? But I don't know if whether that is going to be the same case inside of Dust, because we also don't exactly know what kind of training regimen that they have, what are going to be their most comfortable map. But after all, this is a map that I believe that Headshot Esports chose for them. Oh no, never mind. Oh yeah. Dust 2 is a map that Headshot Esports picked for themselves. So Too Easy Gaming, I do think that they are gonna be on a disadvantageous position considering the fact that they are playing on the on Headshot Esports map.
I agree. I mean, things are looking a little bit better, and that's just because they've been playing a lot more defensively, especially on the CT side. A map like this, you try to push out unless you have the perfect executions. It's going to be headshots for days from the ops on the side of Too Easy. Paradox struggling to find the last one, but will be able to get it. 6-4 now. And if they keep this up, look at just the positions that they've been playing again and again. It's either 1-1-3, which is the 3 being on the A site, or back to a 2-1-2, and they are just not giving up that much information. In fact, they are buying a bit of time as well using the smokes as such. Hitshot, they keep trying to rush out, and that's just not working out.
2-2 is definitely a position where things are definitely going to be slightly tough, right? Because we know for a fact that the way that Headshot Esports is playing, they are rather unconventional. I wouldn't say unconventional, but it's more of the fact that whereby they play in a very inconsistent manner, right? They either go A or B, mid to B. You can't guess it. They don't have a pattern that they have made for themselves. So going in 2-1-2 is probably gonna be the best rotation that they can put for themselves, and of course the best way that they can play.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Well, I guess there's a bit of a pause. Perhaps someone's experiencing technical issues, not entirely sure. But yeah, it's just like you said, it's kind of inconsistent. They kind of seem to be making guesses about which site they want to hit. And again, I have to attribute that to the fact that Too Easy are just not giving up information. There is a bit of a brain drain on both sides right now. But with Too Easy being on the CT side, especially if they're playing that 1-1-3, the one more player towards mid can actually rotate towards B, so they would have the advantage in that situation. In the meantime, I think we could talk a little bit more about the 5E Arena Season
mm-hmm,
2 that's coming up soon. This is an Indian show match for the Indian players of the community. And you know what?
mm-hmm.
5E are actually really looking to support the community. Did you know that they have this India Revival Series tournament coming up soon?
Oh damn! I mean, just for the names, just from the name of it, it kind of seems as though they would want to promote CS back onto the community and just kind of revitalize the scene.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what 5E Arena is all about. I mean, really, they're, coming up with these tournaments, allowing the fans, the players, the viewers even to enjoy all of this. It's really awesome. So if you're watching right now and you don't have 5e yet, go and download it. Or if you are part of 5e, you already have an account. I mean, come on, join the Discord server. They've got a lot of admins who are here to help you out if you're experiencing issues. Aside from that, there are also channels like I'm seeing right now, regional chat for so many countries, and you are able to
Mm-hmm.
meet friends and find people to play with.
Yeah, just kind of a way better matchmaking system, right? You know who you're playing with on a great server provided by 5e Arena as well, and well, earn as you play. I would say that that is probably like the biggest thing that
Mm,
everyone should be looking out for. Earn as you play. How are you supposed to do that and get that in all the other platforms or all the other games? Like play games and earn skins. That is uncalled for. That is something that I definitely would not be expecting, but 5e is here to deliver.
5e is here to deliver exactly. I think in the meantime, I think it's Hellboy who disconnected, so we'll wait for a while. But yeah, honestly, that's how you want to play this game. When I first started, I don't know about you, Abstract. I know you have a lot more experience than me, but I started out alone, kind of. I play with my brothers a little bit every now and then, but they have their own things, their own friends. I just went in with like a P90, and my first rank was Silver
Oh god.
Elite.
Oh god. Oh
It took me
wow.
just playing a lot more, and then I joined community servers like one of those free for all deathmatch, and then I found a few friends, and they taught me that this
Nice.
is how you play the game, right? You don't have to
Yep.
peek all the time and stuff like that. I
Good
got
old
scolded
days.
a lot,
Yeah, good
but
old
yeah,
days. Um,
exactly.
I
This
mean, I
is how
kind
you
of
want to learn, right?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of started CS:GO like because of my friends' influence. Just like, hey, come on, join us, let's have fun. I mean, that has been the way, right? I'm always whenever I'm playing games, I'm always with a stack of 5 or a stack of 4,
Mhm.
3, 2, those kind of stuff, right? So I always have people to play with. And eventually we kind of branched ourselves out and just be like, hey, let's make a team. We all clearly know where that team went, considering the fact that we're casting CS:GO.
Exactly. But it really is a lot more fun that way. experience CS:GO with a group of friends. And if you're looking for friends, the 5e Arena Discord is a place for that. Aside from that, I mean, again, they're looking to solve this Geo ISP issue before really launching this India Revival series. So I have to mention that. But it's 5e Arena. There's also a season 2 starting somewhat soon, I think, in the next upcoming months. Did you know that you can, aside from winning skins through their role rooms, there is a top 100 ladder elo event? If you have the highest elo for the top 100 ranked players, you actually can win skins. This is
So,
amazing.
so you're telling me that not only do can I play and earn, I can also play, be good, and earn even more?
Yeah, pretty
Okay,
much,
that's
pretty
kind of
much.
sick. Yeah, that's kind of sick. Except that does not appeal to me because I'm bad at the game. So I would just rest with the former instead of the latter and just like, yeah, I'll play and earn. I mean, for those people that's out there, you guys know that you stand a chance and you know that you are a great player. You know that you definitely have a chance in that grinding in the ELO system. Then so be it. By all means, go ahead, be the best in the server and do whatever that you can and earn all those sweet rewards.
Exactly. And really, the best way to win games in Counter-Strike is to play with friends, right? 5 stack against a bunch of randoms. That's almost a guaranteed win if you're good. So, really, find friends. Or again, I'm coming back to it. Find friends on the 5e Arena Discord. If you stack up together, get to know each other, it's really a great way to play 5e. I mean, I have a great time playing with our mutual friend Ray, and
Ah,
he's
yes.
pretty much he's the CS guy.
Yeah,
So
he's the CS guy, at least in Singapore, right? Like, I
yeah,
haven't yet met anyone that will go into a tournament and just kind of flip through a playbook and just like talk strategies and just like, yeah, this person does this team does that, and I'm just like baffled. I'm like, yo.
exactly. Talk strategies, find friends, and of course, if you have someone like Ray who can shot call for you, I think you'll have a much better time and you'll start winning a lot more games. Just to maybe entice the viewers a little bit more. I'm not sure how set in stone all this stuff is, but according to the graphic that I've got, the first place skin, if you have the highest elo on the ladder ranking system, is an M9 bayonet. I think Dragon
Ooh.
Lore. Is that right? No.
What?
No, 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 not I'm seeing this wrong, but it's a yellow looking M9 bayonet.
All
I
right.
don't. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure what that one is.
If it's a
Dragon
dragon
Lore, this is
lore.
knife skin. Nah, no such thing.
I mean, you got me baffled as well. It's just a little bit of bamboozling for me. But
I'm
well,
gonna-
the main thing is that yes, you can earn and win. That's like not earn and win.
Wait,
Sorry,
no,
you
it
can.
is. It is an M9 Baylor, the M9 Bayonet Dragon Lore.
What?
Yeah, there is such a knife now. Oh my gosh. I'm
You're
not even
pulling my leg,
kidding.
right? You're pulling my leg, right?
No, I'm serious. It's an M9 Dragon Lore.
Man, have I been that busy to not go into the game that much? The last thing that I know was just a
I'm with you. I know how that feels. When glove skins came out, I just kind of lost it.
Yeah, M9 lore, as it says. But the last thing that I know about Dragon lore was like the
The off.
AWP. Yeah, you just kind of like, yo, this is sick! And is
uh,
ridiculously expensive as well. Great days.
yeah,
Good old days. Good days. Good days.
good days. Skins have really come a long way since then. But okay, so that's only the first place prize. There still are a lot more. Second one. Okay, you know what? I don't really know what that one is, but it's another knife skin, not an M9 bayonet, I don't think, but it's red. It's worth $310. That's what I'm seeing at the very least.
I mean,
And the
if
last
the
one
if the
is
is
I
that
think flip knife. or falchion knife, tiger
Falchion?
tooth.
Ooh, I
I
mean,
think so.
all in
I could be
all,
wrong.
if anyone is interested in all of these juicy prizes, they can always find out more. Head over to the 5e Arena Facebook, and you'll find out all sorts of awesome things there. Or you can even drop in onto Discord, like literally a platform that has everything on Facebook and or Discord. So make sure you hit yourself in there.
Yep, that's where you want to be. Like the Facebook page also for updates. There are a lot of those up there. Okay, I got confirmation. It's not M9. It's just a regular bayonet autotronic. I don't know what an autotronic is,
Ah,
but it's a red and white looking colored knife.
I think it is a skin called Ultronics.
Yeah,
Correct.
that is the one.
Yeah, and it looks like Autotronics. Yup.
Autotronics. Well, we're still waiting for I believe it's Hellboy to rejoin the game. But for
Yeah.
now, I think, round number 11 at this point. We've got about 5 more rounds before the end of the first half. And so far, so good. Too easy gaming with the way that they've been playing so far. I mean, double op, first of all. I mean, also look at their economy right now. It's basically booming. They can purchase ops again, even if they die. This is probably looking to be, I might even say a 10-5 CT side for Too Easy. What are your thoughts?
10-5, huh? I don't think that that's too far from the truth. I think that the way that Too Easy Gaming has been playing so far is pretty darn sick, and I think that it could be an 11-4. I can't see a way whereby Headshot Esports can break out of this double op setup because Too Easy Gaming, they are too happy with what they have, right? And
Hmm.
it's working, so why fix whatever? Why fix if it's not broken, right? And just keep on going
Hmm.
through over and over again. We have seen Headshot Esports tried many different tactics, trying to go onto upper tunnels, go to B long, go to mid, A short, or even mid to B. Many multiple times that they have tried, but unfortunately, some of them to no avail. And some of them pretty much on a. I mean, they did almost succeed a few times, but whenever they will always fall short by like 1 or 2 kills.
Yeah, right. It really is those 1 or 2 kills. When the game first started, the first few rounds, there were those moments when Headshot Esports, even getting opening frags, pushing out mid to B, they actually had the superior position, the superior gunfire power, but then somehow just towards the end they kind of seem to fall short. I mean, at first you said that Too Easy Gaming were choking, but then
Mhm.
now it kind of has swapped up. Is it Caster's Curse again? Maybe.
Well, perhaps I gotta have to seal my lips now. I mean, there's really something wrong with these pair of lips. Like, what's going on? Like, really,
Any
what's
team,
going on?
any team that you back up will just not perform after
Oh
a
no,
while.
oh no, I complimented Too Easy Gaming's smooth streak. Oh no, no.
Who knows? Let's see. If you guys are wondering what we're talking about, I think you can head to Abstract's TikTok page. What is it?
Yeah,
Where do
such
we find you on
abstract
TikTok?
at
Such
such
Abstract on
abstract.
TikTok.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's got
yikes.
a little TikTok video talking about the caster's curse, where he casted Mobile Legends, and
Oh.
you wanna explain what happened there?
Well, to make things simple and short, I called out a hero that has got 100% win rate in the playoffs. And immediately, the game that I said that, yeah, this team is gonna win because they got this specific hero, they lost. And then, next game, I just say, okay, the team that just won, yeah, they are a really good bunch of teams. It's like saying, like, yo, Team Liquid is so good, and they are gonna be winning this entire series. So just be Liquid and win the game. And shortly in that game, they lost. There's more. There's
Oh my god,
more.
there's more.
and I have yet to get that up on media just yet, or rather on TikTok just yet. I'm just so busy. I don't have time to churn out those content. But if anyone is very interested in that, a short little plug. Head on to my TikTok. Just take a look at the content. I really hope that you guys enjoy that.
Part 2 and so forth coming soon to a TikTok near you. Okay,
Oh
I just
yeah.
got word. So what happened was I think Hellboy's power got cut, which is really
Oh,
unfortunate. So, um, game 2 actually has been forfeited, if I'm not wrong, to Too Easy. Too Easy takes it 1-1 right now.
yikes. Okay, so that's rather unfortunate. So I believe that the only thing that we can do right now is just kind of toss you guys over to a break and expect the third game of the series. A little bit anticlimactic, but what can we do? This is the best of 3 games, so don't worry, we'll still be back for more. So make sure you guys don't fly anywhere, because we will be back, and we'll throw you some updates if whether H-Shot Esports is able to play another game, or we're gonna have to just kind of walk over it for Too Easy. We'll let you know. So make sure you don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. A little update from the production side. We have to extend the timer up to 15 minutes for the players to then get themselves ready inside the lobby. The game will start in less than 15 minutes, so hang on tight, buckle up. The next game, the final game of the series, will begin by then. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, after a rather anticlimactic game of, well, unfortunate events, a series of unfortunate events, we are now back into the game. And this is the third game of this best of 3 rounds, and it does seem like we do have Headshot Esports that's gonna be on the counter-terrorist side, and Too Easy Gaming gonna be on to the terrorist side. A little bit of a change of the sides, and there we go. My name's Abstract, and with me here is Hey, I'm Quack, and we will be your casters for this final game.
Very nice. Hey, I am Quack, and also Too Easy are pushing outside of mid already. I mean, it looks like they're kind of providing some form of support for each other, smoking off towards house or library, instead pushing from brackets in towards pit, and very much so going to be the hit on towards the A site. Though Hellboy is able to find SK, who was lurking somewhat over outside. Banana, Captain Cook now double headshot. 4v2, things are quickly falling apart.
Yeah, Too Easy Gaming, unfortunately, heads after heads, they are all just dropping like grapes. And it doesn't seem like things are working very well for Too Easy Gaming at all. And alas, that is gonna be the final kill onto the side of Too Easy Gaming as well. Headshot Esports took that game by the storm, and it just ended up so prematurely. That spot that is by Graveyard was so pivotal to the victory of Headshot Esports in that pistol round.
I love it. It kind of seems like they're taking a page out of Too Easy's playbook. The way that Too Easy was playing Dust 2 earlier, not giving any information, just holding angles and finding the headshots. Now Captain Cook switching the pace up a bit, going to push up outside of apartments, finds one, falls back. They're looking to kind of choke them out towards Banana, as it were, even pushing in towards mid and finding spawn. Now 2 players remain, and Headshot Esports looking to clean things up.
And it doesn't seem like Too Easy Gaming, they are going for anything too flashy in this very case. We do have Nightzera as well as SK Wow. They're just still holding around inside of T base, somewhere around there. But that is going to be Nightzera slowly working his way onto the slope and just trying to get himself into Banana. But unfortunately, only to find himself absolutely pummeled from the side by Hellboy as well. Very mighty MP7. And it's going to be left with SK Wow all alone, unable to do anything with a single deagle to his name. But I mean, we're talking about deagles, and we have seen a lot of moments whereby a single deagle can do you quite some wonders. And would it be the game for SK Wow here? A single dig on all 5 members? Well, remains to be told.
Do you believe, Abstract?
I believe. Oh no, no. I don't believe. I don't believe. So that the Castus Curse don't come into play. No, I don't believe. Yes! Ooh. Yes, wow. I don't believe. I mean, it happened once, you know? It happened once, and it worked already, right? I've worked my magic, and that's more than enough for me to kind of squeeze that out. You know, in 1v5 is really tough for you to actually just get a clutch onto every single one of you guys, every single one of the players there, especially since, well, it's literally a man against the world. So I can understand.
That's amazing. All right, okay, yeah, that's fair. It really was the man against the world. But what do you think will happen this round now? Are you gonna work more caster curse magic, or what's gonna happen?
I definitely do not think that Too Easy Gaming can win in this round, considering the fact that there's a lot of utility. Oh, damn it.
We were trying so hard. They even had the full buy. But Paradox will finally try to edge things back towards Too Easy's side. It's going to be a 4v3 now. Looking pretty good, as they've already opened up the entirety of the A site. They've got it on lockdown. The bomb is going to get planted. It's 2 players, 1 AK, 1 MP9, 1 MP9, all the way from CT spawn. How do you make this play happen?
Well, you don't, you don't, yeah? Yeah, you can't win in this game. Again, once another game of man against the world. There is slightly close to 0 possibility that Hellboy will not hit a single shot on Paradox, who had like 14 HP left. So there is absolutely no way he can get that kill down, right? Yeah, absolutely no way. Oh my god. What?
Actually, no way.
Why is the magic not working right now?
I'll tell you why. It's because he dropped outside of the, that little bridge that connects in towards the
Oh,
house
the
that leads to
sounds.
apartments. Yeah, they heard the
Yeah.
sound on the other side of the drain, but they still heard the drop, so they kind of knew where he was. And if I'm being honest, he kind of led himself in that trap,
Ac-
dropping. When
Actually,
you're
I kind of understand why. Because the caster's curse doesn't work contradictory to itself. Remember how I was like kind of cursing the fact that Too Easy Gaming definitely won't win the game? Yeah, it actually played it. It actually worked in some sense.
kind of, but
Kind
let's
of,
see.
you know?
This round, it's of course Headshot Esports looking to buy back in, forcing somewhat. We got a couple of FAMASas, one Deagle. I say that, it just turned into one FAMAS remaining. It's Wizard as he finds one more. They are trying to explode outside of Banana, but without the well-timed peaks, without the utility, you peek in, you get shut down by an op. So they get smoked off now. Maybe if the remaining player on towards mid can make enough noise, bait out the rotate, and then they take the player on B down, they might be able to turn this back around.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? Too Easy Gaming probably thinks that. Oh,
Oh,
yikes! Probably thinks that there are two members onto Headshot Esports because of the fact that they use like they managed to kind of throw down two smokes onto Headshot Esports, and because of the fact that they managed to make so much noise over at B, they can force a rotate and getting themselves two here. They are probably very surprised. They're probably like super confident that they are alone here, right? Two-person in B, and that is exactly what has happened. And that's why they can just, without a single fear, they just drop the C4 like that because of the information that they have, they led to believe for themselves.
this is just textbook. I mean, utility bait and switch from Too Easy. Big brain plays coming out, using, maybe at the cost of one player's life and a couple of
Woof.
smokes.
Woof.
Worth it,
Absolutely
worth
woof.
it. You bring this game back into 2-2, going into the 5th round, and you have more economy. Yeah. But
Pop.
still, you have to deal with Hellboy, who has an AK, despite being on the CT side spawn, looking to get it out of his hands. Yep, that's gonna do it. But still, Wizard with an op, that's another weapon. That's another problem.
Well, it still worked out in the hands of Too Easy Gaming. Yes, a little bit of economical damage to them, but it shouldn't be something that will drag them down into hell that Hellboy would have done just now. You know, get it? Wink, wink.
Yep, I see you.
But 2-2. Too Easy Gaming, they did manage to get themselves 2 games right after losing the first 2, and that pretty much kind of shows that Too Easy Gaming, they do have a really good really have a good idea as to how to beat down Headshot Esports as long as they have got the weapons. And to make matters worse, Headshot Esports currently the best thing that they have got into their loadouts is the fact that Wizard have an 8 MVP. That's all. Every single one of the members from the side of Headshot Esports is only be rocking with the USPS, and that's the only thing. And Paradox making himself right onto Romeo, picking off 2, is going to bring morale all the way down low, especially since Wizard has been the victim of Paradox's shots.
Yeah, you lose the op. That was kind of one of your biggest hopes in this round. At this point, Too Easy is going to get the bomb down, and of course, they know they have the site. Maybe they even go hunting on B, where, high chance, high probability that the headshot players are just hiding there.
Not too sure how easy this game eventually would be, but hey, Headshot Esports very likely want to save this out as much as possible. SK Wow just right behind Sandbags peeks right out and did manage to see and find himself a single tag of the opponents. It's gonna be left with Ember as well as Hellboy, but it does seem like they're trying to work onto their magic. They did manage to. So at the cost of one of their fellow friends' life, they did manage to save a single AK, which is extremely pivotal to the next part of the round. But will Ember keep it? Yes, he will. Yes, he will again! Well, dishing out all the damage all across the board onto 2 other remaining members while they are trying to seek out the final member from the side of Headshot Esports. Definitely not the outcome that Too Easy Gaming was looking out for.
Still, they win the round. Headshot Esports, they pick up the weapons, they buy back. So let's see. It's a little bit of an all-in, considering Wizard is purchasing up an MP9 despite having only 3K to his name. Maybe play a little bit more aggressively. Let's see how this one plays out.
With a couple of players is just going to be heading themselves right onto banana, 2 of them defending, while the other 3 is going to be working their magic just somewhere around the area, right? So right now, the way that Headshot Esports has been playing has been constantly popping themselves 2 members that's just going to be heading themselves right onto B. And well, they all, as for the side of 2EZ Gaming, they like to have a single person right onto stairs, 1 person that's just hitting right behind of the smoke. That will usually happen right at the tail end of banana. And so far, I kind of like what they are doing. Just kind of wait things out, bait out all of the utilities that Headshot Esports have got to throw, and then hit them when, well, Headshot would not expect. That is probably when, you know, all the utilities have been used.
Agreed. I mean, that is how Too Easy have been playing. It's actually quite reminiscent of around a couple rounds back, where they pulled off that bait and switch. And this time, again, in towards B, a lot of banana control. They're spending all that utility right now, but the bomb is not being committed. In fact, they bait out the rotates again. Nike just making a lot of noise, perhaps sensing a little bit of a switch now. It's going to be Logi who confirms that the hit is in fact on A site. So if he's able to hold his ground, the rest of the team can come over. Bomb being dropped, that's huge. Too Easy looking to clean things up, but they can't quite find Logi. So slippery, like a snake, sneaks back behind the site again. SK actually able to find a no scope. 2v2 now, bomb goes down. How does it take place?
The timer ran out.
Oh my god!
That was a good round. That definitely, I can't. Logi bought so much time. It was Logi, wasn't it? Just buying the time and just making sure that 2EZ Gaming, they had to eliminate this final guy that's just hiding himself somewhere inside the site, and they're kind of too afraid to kind of engage in the fight against him as well. So it's a really unfortunate case for 2EZ Gaming. At least they don't lose more than they can chew at the point in time.
Not the worst thing, but I do think that Too Easy maybe a little bit complacent, overconfident. You know, they thought like, hey, our fake works. They're all on B. Let's just run onto A without clearing, without being prepared. And Logi just caught them off guard. But now, Nigzera gonna find a trade. This time it could be a B hit, and there's only 1 player. That's Ember to hold them off. All right, 1 coming over, and there's a Molly in play as well. So 1 minute left, and they are maybe standing their ground.
They slowly work their way around the map. Headshot Esports, 2 of them still defending pretty well right behind our fountain, and the 2 other players from inside Headshot Esports, they're still standing on their ground, waiting and expecting for a, well, throw and switch kind of strategy, bait and switch. But this time, that's not going to be the case. They're fully committing themselves onto B, successfully goes for the trade and opens up the entirety of B for themselves. And the next member coming in is our my man, Logi. Slowly creeping his way right under the flower pots. He did manage to tag 1 player that's right behind of the pillar, but I don't think that is going to be enough, as we are going to be expecting that Captain Cook is going to be the last man remaining as he slowly makes his way onto Speedway, running away from his opponents and hoping to keep that AK for himself, as well as the incendiary grenade.
Precious AK. Of course, don't want to lose that, but they will lose the round. Too Easy. You know, I think it's really all about banana control. They have been given this one part of the map, and they're looking to exploit it. They always have control over that spot. They push in, they bide their time. If they can find the opening pick, it just softens B that much more. And aside from that, I mean, they also have the option to post players up around mid as well. It's Headshot Esports actually giving them a lot of respect.
They have been hitting B for a lot of times, and they have been using the same strategy quite a lot. Like right now, same thing happens. SK Wow constantly keeping himself in this tiny little area and just gonna be having Nightzera. They're just gonna be holding down the line here. And of course, Headshot Esports, they like to play right by the barrel, right? Ensuring that they have got a good spot for themselves inside the banana.
Okay.
But who knew? Who knew that 2EZ Gaming is still gonna be banking it all in onto banana itself? One person heading himself pretty dim in the banana, and the rest of the side of 2EZ Gaming, unfortunately for side of Omka, completely sniped out by Logic USPS. And Captain Cook, understanding that it's going to be a push into B indeed. He tries to defend the side all by himself, but will he be able to?
I think he will. Lashi found another, and of course, as soon as Nike tries to rotate over onto A, Captain Cook just heard those sounds. Beautiful plays. I mean, you have to remember that kind of was a pistol round, an eco round for Headshot Esports. The rest of the team pretty much only had pistols. The way that they won was by allowing for Captain Cook to bait the rest of his teammates. They pushed aggressively down mid, and as soon as the players fell, Captain Cook came back out with an AK, something that 2EZ wasn't quite expecting. So finding the first 2 frags and then the rotates over onto B, it's just perfect. But this time around, oh my god, Ferrari peak with a deagle. Paradox finds Captain Cook's head, revenge for his fallen teammates.
Well, the rest of the side from 2EZ Gaming, they are tossing utilities over and over again right onto B, forcing a rotate from the side of Wizard. But is it another El Clasico bait and switch? It does seem like it's not exactly. They are really trying to commit onto both sides at the same time, but for the side of Nightzera, he's slowly making his way right across of mid, and he will want to put himself into the side as nicely as possible. But Nightzera finds himself a shot onto Logi, brings him down. Wizard makes his way through the smoke and finds Paradox, gets himself one, may want to look for more, as Nightzera, the last man remaining, he does have the C4 on himself, finds himself a Hellboy. And it's gonna be 1v1 as Nightzera fakes a plant, definitely faking it, and picked right out from beside the box and got the shot down onto Wizard. And that was a headshot on the Nightzera, by the way, with that USPS. So it was a valiant effort coming in from Headshot Esports, without a doubt.
They tried. I mean, again, it was Logi to kind of hold the fort up around brackets, something that he did again on, I think, one of the previous maps. But this time he fell. The rest of the team, you know, they were able to find a couple, but it's just the fact that Nightzera, AK versus Op, it's one of those things that unless you hit the flick, you're pretty much a goner. Now into the 10th round, and Headshot looking to equalize the board, but off of Deagles, this is not going to be easy.
More utilities popped right down on the banana. They did not, or rather this time, they decided not to bank it all in onto getting a deep banana control. But the control has been split more towards the side of 2EZ Gaming. It doesn't really seem to matter that much because, honestly, as long as Headshot Esports still get the control of the site itself and they don't give out too much valuable information, then all's well ends well. Headshot Esports, they have already shown that, yep, there are 2 person that is going to be in B based on the utilities that's being tossed right out. So, understandably, 2EZ Gaming would want to focus a little bit more onto B side itself, but alas, that is going to be a rotation from the side of Logi. Heads himself right inside constructions, and the fight is going to be beginning here, as we do have Logi completely smoked right out, pumps himself right out as well, finds himself a kill. Each and every one of the members from Headshot Esports found themselves a single kill. And perhaps that would not be all, because Omkar, slowly creeping around, Galil finds one on the first boxes, may eventually find the next one right onto triple, but unfortunately gets riddled with bullets by those deagle shots. And the last member remaining, SK Wow, is left to fend all by himself with a pesky AWP, only to be completely tagged right through the cardboards, or I would say the planks.
Banged through the wall. That's just unfortunate. Everything fell apart. And again, that was another pistol round that Headshot Esports had. I mean, they won off of Deagles, It's perfect. They knew exactly how to play that round. We have Deagles. Let's just hold. 3 people stack up on B side. We have these positions whereby we won't get flashed, hiding behind the site, using the fountain for cover. As soon as Too Easy tried to push out, they got immediately slayed. Now, in towards the 11th round, they are the ones with pistols this time. It's just way too difficult. They don't have utility as well. Wizard and Logi already finding 2. I don't see this going any other way other than Headshot Esports winning.
It's like a pistol and switch kind of composition coming from both of these teams. They are on a massive stalemate, and we can't tell at all which is going to be the team that is going to be coming to the top, because they are so equal in skill. It's so scary how equal they are. But Omkar, what was he doing? They don't really have a lot of control over the site. They have got a lot of their members already taken out, and as the bomb, or rather as the holder of the bomb, he just crept his way right over to brackets, only to find himself dead, and so will Spawn. And Headshot Esports finds himself in such a nice spot, getting himself that one kill, or rather that one win. Now, Too Easy Gaming, they're back on the square one, right? Still no pistols for themselves. The only thing that they have left for themselves is a couple of credits: 2100, 2800, 2200, 2400, and 1900. So definitely something that they have to work on, especially in this round. They have to win this. But Logi heads himself right onto Romeo, finds himself one, make that 2, almost making this into a highlight reel. But unfortunately, it's still gonna be chopped right down by the hands of Spawn, who does have a Tech 9, by the way, switching it up for a Deagle. Perhaps they would want to bring out an Avengers onto Headshot.
Alright. Along with that Deagle, SK does pick up an AK, trades it off to his friends. Still, they are on the T side. They need to kind of, at the very least, maybe get the bomb planted, get yourself that nice $500 extra economy. But 3v4, they'd have no utility. I'm not quite sure how they're gonna do this. It's kind of just holding around mid for now. Maybe after a lot of utility has been baited out by Headshot Esports, and then they push in. That could work.
That could definitely work. But right now, the main thing I'm kind of thinking of is what will happen after the switch. Well, Headshot Esports, I mean, the only thing that we have kind of saw is Too Easy Gaming, at least in the first match, right? They didn't really have a very good time as a terrorist, but this time they're doing pretty well as a terrorist, but unfortunately, only for them to get completely shut down by Headshot Esports. But considering the fact that we are looking at Inferno, right? Too Easy Gaming getting themselves a total of 10 wins so far is, I would say, is pretty much a win in my books. I find myself having a lot of trouble working as a terrorist, and I think that a lot of people will echo that thought as well. So if Too Easy Gaming can continuously just hold on to that onslaught and just kind of keep themselves more and more wins, and hopefully just tally out against Headshot Esports with like 7s to 8, that would be the best case scenario.
Yeah. That would be the ideal situation, but at this point, even if it's a 9-6, I wouldn't hate it. Too Easy, as soon as they swap over onto the CT side, things should be looking better. But for now, on the T side, here we go. SK still looking to open things up towards the B side. They've baited out one smoke, so all they have to worry about left are 2 more smokes on the side of Headshot Esports. Perhaps a little bit more of a bait and switch tactic, but it seems like they're executing onto A regardless. Smoke should be deployed pretty soon, maybe shaving more seconds off the clock, but if they can explode outside of apartments, catch everyone off guard, that would be the execution.
As a lot of utilities are being tossed around, Wizard hiding himself on the side did manage to find himself a good amount of kills, and even with the random spray of Deagle, finds the head of Spawn, and they absolutely stop Too Easy Gaming with a mighty wall erected in front of them. 8-5. Headshot Esports is not giving any point over to Too Easy Gaming right now. They're not pulling any punches, and honestly, that's kind of scary.
Big yikes. 8-5. Broken economy this round for Too Easy. We're looking at a 9-5 with a spray coming in from Ember. He tags up so many, but no frags. Not yet anyway. Hellboy coming to look into support. He finds one more. They rush in. He gets tagged. And that's going to be a 3v3 now. They pick up the weapons, and Logi's in a prime position to stop this plant from coming through. He pushes through the smoke. Shoots through the smoke. Bomb still gets planted, though. So, nice bit of economy. They pick up weapons, but can they actually kill the remaining players from Headshot Esports? 2v2 now.
That is one down, 2v2. Unfortunately for the side of Spawn, his HP is just a little bit too low for me to be in much comfort, right? Any shots over to Spawn will potentially bring him down to the ground. And they're not necessarily using Spawn as a bait as well. He's going to be holding his ground pretty darn well as he shuts Wizard down. But unfortunately, Logi decides to take the fight over to Spawn right outside of constructions. And right, my god, lost in the garden. My god. Congratulations. Well, Too Easy Gaming, even though that was, if I am not wrong, a pistol round by them, and yet they're still able to win that round, I gotta say, that's a huge, huge win.
The sudden change up in pace. I mean, you hate to see it, but they make it work. Just buy a couple of Tech 9s, maybe Deagles. They rush out of Banana. They catch the players off guard. They pick themselves the weapons that they need. And of course, now in towards round number 15. Last round of the first half, everyone's on full buys. Everything's slowed down a lot more as well. Let's see if Headshot Esports actually play a little bit more aggressively to find a couple picks to swing the numbers back to their advantage.
It does seem like they're still working on kind of like a defensive positioning that they have. They decided not to shove out the banana. They're just holding whatever that they can and just waiting for Too Easy Gaming's movements into the bananas itself. But every single one of the members from Too Easy Gaming, it does seem like they have decided to rotate themselves over from mid and second mid back into bananas. This is the prime time where Headshot Esports would want to get the rotation down. Two of them was stacking onto themselves right on the triple, but they are definitely going to be expecting something right here and right now as Hellboy opens the fight out. He managed to find himself ahead onto Omkar, but Spawn brings Hellboy down. A little bit of a trade everywhere and just making everything work out. With 3 members left from the side of Headshot Esports, we do have Wizard that's gotten himself pretty close to constructions, while the 2 other members from Headshot Esports, they're just making their way, unfortunately, to Banana, only to find themselves absolutely slaughtered by 2 Gaming. Wizard being last man remaining, he connects himself onto 2, whips out his deagle, lands a body shot onto his fellow opponent, SK Wow. But that was a pretty neat cover from the side of Nike Zera. And that is going to help them draw out the game. Not exactly draw, but a semi-draw coming in from their side. And that is 7-8. With Too Easy Gaming with 8 points and Headshot Esports with 7.
Well played, not bad. The rushes onto B are starting to work out. I mean, if all else fails, just, rush B, I guess.
Rush B!
But, yeah, I have to remind everyone the overall score, because Headshot, I believe, forfeited the previous game due to a power cut. The current overall score is a 1-1. So whoever wins this takes home the entire first place prize, which is $150. Headshot Esports looking to be pretty good, but I wouldn't count Too Easy out. I mean, that's only 1 round difference. They won, I believe that's like 2 rounds in a row towards the end of the first half. Things are looking pretty good now on their CT side. Let's see if they actually play aggressively or not. Wow, they do.
They did. With 2 members, it's just going to be bumping right onto Romeo. They do have the entire vertical here onto second mid, and just going to be pushing Logi as well as Wizard onto with the back against their wall. But it shouldn't be too big of a problem, right? Because Headshot Esports, they know very well that 2% was in Romeo, and that pretty much means that with that aggressive tactics, B should pretty much be quite open, and they are tossing out their utilities like no tomorrow, blocking out the constructions as well as CT base. And that has managed to help them open up a kill onto Spawn as well. Omkar, SK Wow takes 1 onto Ember as well, landing the game into a 3 versus 3 situation. Paradox, unfortunately, 18 HP, SKWow 15, and Nightzera is 35. And 2 Easy Gaming members are currently pretty unhealthy, and a random shot onto the chest is definitely, well, possible for Headshot Esports to get themselves kills after kills, as that is gonna be a shot from Captain Cook onto Nightzera, Paradox onto Captain Cook as well. 2 versus 2. Things are still on a stalemate, but that's a pretty naughty shot from the side of on Wizard. And Logi coming in from triple, lands the headshot onto SKWow right in between of his eyes.
You pretty much said it there. They were really, really low. Even then, the headshots still living up to their name. They find the headshots regardless of how much health you have. A fatal bullet and in between the brain, it's going to be too easy now with a round loss deficit. Of course, now this is going to be an anti-eco round for headshot. They're looking to be somewhat aggressive, right? The molly to deny anyone peeking out of apartments. The rest of the squad headed towards B. They explode properly. I don't see Too Easy Gaming holding this one down.
It's gonna be a tough game for Too Easy Gaming, but nevertheless, and it all lies onto Omkar landing those crucial deagle shots, but he got out-timed by the opponents. But SKWow say, no matter, I've got the game in my... Never mind, because he's dead as well, unfortunately, right? Too Easy Gaming currently only gonna be left with 3 members, Paradox, Nightzera as well as SKWow, but unfortunately SKWow coming in with a random deagle shot, didn't manage to find the bullet onto the side of Ember, just decapitating him as much as possible. Look at him, just blind spraying through, and I believe that one of the shots actually didn't manage to land on SKWow. I'm not too sure though, but I mean, oh sorry, one of the shots did manage to land on Wizard. I'm not too sure, but with that all said and done, 3 versus 3, SKWow hits himself right onto flower pots. He's just blindly shooting away as well. He still managed to land one shot though, but you know, this blind spray and pray is not going to be much of fruition because Logi finds himself 1 on 2 constructions and maybe even more. As the bomb is ticking down, Headshot Esports finds himself a point of exit and just leave Too Easy down to rest.
Damn. Into the graveyard will the Too Easy players go. I mean, almost worked. I like what they did with the boost up of the edge of the smoke. If they actually found that one head, things would have looked a lot different, but unfortunately the headshot did not connect, and of course they did not have the firepower. That was pretty much how you expect it to go, but still they buy back with a scout. Paradox finding 1 tag, make that 2. Soften these things up a bit, but can he actually hold this one down? The rest of the team are looking to rush him out, but okay. He does find 1 frag to his name. Not too bad, but still, AKs versus pistols and a scout.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of puzzling, right? Why Headshot Esports decided to kind of take this fight against Too Easy Gaming. I mean, at this point in time, right? Headshot Esports just kind of thinking, yo, that's just a scout. We can take this fight. Only to realize that, hey, yo, you're tagged. Just a single shot from Scout is enough to bring you down. And I think that kind of slipped through their minds, unfortunately. But it is what it is. That is going to be 1 man down from the side of Headshot Esports. That's going to be enabling them to push right in onto A, only for them to kind of get partially shut down, as they are all at the mercy of SKWow's Deagle. But unfortunately, coming in from balcony, that is going to be another kill from the side of Logi. They opened up A side all for themselves to bring down the plant, as Logi holds himself down onto pit, gets himself 1 on the spawn, still deciding and wondering where is Nightzera.
All the way from library, he's behind the smoke. It's another spray through it. In fact, going to be a headshot. So 11-7 now, and things weren't looking good, but hopefully this full buy into the round will bring some semblance of hope for Too Easy Gaming. I'm not too sure, but 1 op, perhaps posted up mid, will work wonders for Too Easy Gaming.
Really on fire right now. Headshot Esports, they are not yielding a single point over to Too Easy Gaming at all. Pretty done well, holding down this banana. Will they be able to hold this down though? With a flash right on top, but unfortunately self-blinded his fellow friend, and now they have to reset onto each other, allowing Too Easy Gaming to hold down this banana position in a very aggressive manner. And most of the members from Headshot Esports, they're kind of stuck here as well, right? So
yeah,
2 Easy Gaming, they have decided to bail, actually. So,
Yeah,
interesting
with
choice as well.
an aggressive play out of Banana just kind of makes you think Banana is not clear. I always have to check my back, and on top of that, I cannot push into Banana. So you're left with pushing up mid or apartments where there are two players hiding over by pit. So you have to be very, very careful if you're in Headshot Esports shoes right now.
They're always and constantly having someone that have eyes onto Banana. Like, no matter what, they are always looking out for it. The smokes has been tossed over to CT base as well to cut off all connections and rotations. And this is where the 1 versus 4 fight will make things extremely fishy, as Nightzera only managed to find himself one and immediately gets traded out afterwards. It is a 3 versus 4 though. Amber finds himself one, make that 3v3, 3v2! And maybe 3v1 as Wizard finds himself a kill onto SK Wow 2. And the last member, Paradox, creeping himself slowly onto Banana. And Headshot Esports, once again, another point to their name. They are not stopping at all.
Incredible. I have to say, MVP of that round. I mean, despite that many crazy rotates, utility being spent, the rush onto Banana, and then Ember holding his ground over by Construction really cut off the rotate from the remaining two players who tried their way to set up a side flank. This time out. Oh, SK! Wow!
Dirty!
Oh!
No! No, that was dirty. Oh my god, I have to take a shower. Yikes, SK, wow! Wow! That
Somebody-
3-1 digs. You gotta have to clip that. Gotta have to clip that.
That was perfect. The headshots were so clean, but the weight of the fate of his team rests on Waji's shoulders, and Paradox just comes in from the back. Okay, I said Ember was the MVP earlier on. This time MVP 100% SK. Wow.
He's been outperforming himself and his team and his adversary. He's just taking his name to a whole new level, making us go SK. Wow! It's just the 5k in first round, or rather the first match. And then here we go, triple consecutive 1 digs at 100% accuracy. How crazy is that?
That is absolutely insane. It's just one of those rounds where a player's star power comes into effect. You know, they had pistols and they just off of one person's deagle turn it back into a win. So despite being 12-8 right now, too easy, they have the full buy. They have 2 ops. This is it comes down to how Headshot Esports executes onto a site. I mean, they definitely look to be coming up with some kind of a split push, perhaps out of apartments, push out of brackets as well. Paradox going to be the first one to come into contact.
The confidence from Headshot Esports very likely has went down by a little bit by SK Wow, and they gonna have to be very wary about that as they went in 3-man from balcony. But Captain Cook, he wants to pull in SK Wow too. He didn't manage to land a shot onto SK Wow, the man himself, and shut him down once and for all. All 5 members swarmed right into A. They are happy. And the rest of the members from 2 Easy Gaming, they know that they are in such a heavy disadvantage to the point that they don't even want to try to challenge for this. And just holding out, especially since Spawn does have the AWP, no way in hell would they want to give that up.
Yeah, forfeit the round. You're looking at a 13-8. Not the best economy on the next. So you only have this AWP and a Hero M4 to work off of. It's not the best position, but you know, if SK Wild can pull off some of that Deagle magic again, then I'm all for it.
13-8. Things are starting to go swimmingly for Headshot Esports. They just need 3 more wins to their name, and it's gonna be go time And to make matters worse for Headshot Esports, it does seem like... Okay, it's not worse, actually. Too Easy Gaming, they actually did manage to pick themselves up with double 8 MVP, 2 M4s, and a single mask. Well, they whipped up some credits right out of someone's bottom. I didn't expect that they managed to have that much amount of credits. But hey, it is what it is. And they are gonna be holding out the site as much as they can. A double op setup is definitely gonna be the bane of Headshot's existence.
Okay, let's see how they play this. I mean, yeah, it is surprising with the economy, but 2 ops, the way that they're holding this, kind of a crossfire setup outside of Banana, the rest of the players, one able to rotate and roam, 2 watching A, 1 from Arches, 1 from Pit. This is not the best, but not the worst either. If someone rushes down a single player and they lose, that is already one part of the map gone for Too Easy Gaming, and that's why that's not the best way to hold this site. But let's see, Headshot Esports certainly taking their time. A lot of utility being spent to clear out brackets. A smoke over on towards Arches as well. They're looking to push in at this point over into Boiler, but just Too Easy still playing very defensively.
You just want to make full use of the edge, but it doesn't seem like it's working out for them at all. I have no idea how you did that, Hellboy. I have no idea why, and I'm not gonna be questioning right now. Headshot Esports took this round by the storm once again, bring down Paradox and Nixera, and I really wish to see more from Headshot Esports and looking at how they're just gonna be turning their opponents into dust with a single, well, flick of the wrist, no, flick of the fingers, no, click, I don't know, what's this thing called? A snapping of the fingers. Jesus. But unfortunately, yeah, I mean, Too Easy Gaming, they're not gonna give Headshot Esports any more chance here. They're just gonna be hiding around the fountain and just hoping that they'll be able to hold out for their weapons.
Yeah, I mean, they have the economy to afford it, so they can go hunting. I wouldn't recommend it, but sure, why not, right? You at least take out one rifle. Still, Too Easy, gonna be able to buy back having the round loss bonus, so not the worst thing, but yeah, flick of the wrist and the snap of the fingers. We have Headshot Esports at 14-8 now. And I have to remind you, that execute that they played on A is the exact same one that they had on the previous round. So it's just seeming like Too Easy, not quite adapting to this change just yet. I don't like how they are holding their positions right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're now going on an aggressive onto second mid, but unfortunately things are starting to get a little bit different here. I'm not too sure what's wrong with the camera, but you know what? It does seem like things are starting to get a little bit fishy here. Too Easy Gaming unfortunately unable to hold their ground onto the opponent's side here, but all in all, it is going to be left with a single member that is going to be holding himself right at the gardens as he slowly make his way inside of... Dude, you're holding an op. You're holding an op. Don't go a little... Okay, good thing. Barrels, you know. Barrel.
I know. And he was by the edge of the smoke, too. Still, though, it's going to be Wizard with a double op kill. I think that's towards Banana. All that's left is going to be SK, and I don't think he has any more magic. It's going to be Logi who closes things out. This is beautiful. Headshot Esports earlier on execute onto A twice, and then a little bit of conditioning. They decide to switch things up and go over onto B instead. Too Easy was just not prepared for this. Indeed. So now they're sitting at match point, and I gotta say, Too Easy just, it's not looking too good at all. They have a Negev though. Okay.
I kind of like the consistency just now and just like banking all the way in onto A, and then just suddenly go for a single switch and just completely tosses Too Easy Gaming off guard, and now they're back into A. Unfortunately, they do have one of their members with their back against the enemies, but it should be okay. A little bit of trade here and there, but unfortunately 3 members now down. He's gonna be left with 2. Wizard finds himself a headshot onto Omkar, just making his opponent's brains explode like watermelons, and so will the rest of the side of Too Easy Gaming. Now that has got to be a massive win, as Headshot Esports, well, they got themselves the win here by a long shot.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically twice the amount of rounds that Too Easy won. So the statistics lied to me, man. I mean, whatever I saw on GoSuGamers.net, it showed that Too Easy actually beat Headshot in the ESL India Premiership Winter 2020 2-0. This time, it's going to be Headshot with the strats in play.
I gotta give it over to Headshot Esports, man. Congratulations to Headshot Esports. You guys have trumped over Too Easy Gaming, and in a very fashionable fashion as well, and in quite a pattern as well, right? They always start off with the first half of the game being extremely on par against the opponents, but once the round switches over, they just don't pull any punches anymore from then. So we've got the consistency there at least. Game number 2 went over to the side of Too Easy Gaming solely because of Headshot Esports. They had some connectivity issues, and that is a little bit of a technical difficulty. But I would not, I would definitely expect that Headshot Esports could probably bring the game down for themselves there anyways.
Still, that is going to be the end of that, and that's what we have for this 5e Arena India show match, or 5e Arena India showdown. Too Easy versus Headshot Esports, and Headshot Esports takes it. They win themselves a nice little $150. So not bad at all. Perhaps you get to see more of these teams in the future if 5e Arena looking to solve this Geo ISP issue that is affecting some of the players in India. But once that's solved, India Revival Series, maybe we'll get to see these two teams clash against each other again.
Yep, very much looking forward to that. But before we even end down the stream for the 5e Arena showdown between Too Easy Gaming versus Headshot Esports, well, it has been an honor to work with you again, Quack. It's really nice to work with you again. Is there any way that other people can reach out to you out there?
Oh, thank you for that. You guys can reach out to me on Twitter or Instagram. That's where I'm on. At Hey I'm Quack, just HEYIMQUACK. What about you, Abstract?
Everyone can find me as such Abstract on every single platform: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, you name it. I've got them, except for the one that starts with G and ends with an R, for obvious reasons. We don't have to connect the dots there, so don't worry about that. But any final messages that you have?
G and R. I'll let people in the chat think about that one. But thank you so much for watching. Give a hand to Abstract as well, please, because he was handling so much work on his end. But that's going to be that. If you guys want more 5e Arena action, please download the 5e Arena client. You get to play, you get to win skins, and also join the 5e Arena Discord to find more like-minded CS players. Again, 5e is all about that all-inclusive CS experience for players of all levels. So that's what we've got. And thank you very much. Closing words, Abstract?
Well, I just got to thank everyone for tuning in. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this showdown, and if you like more, please do consider, please do follow the Twitch channel here on the 5e Arena, as well as like our Facebook page at 5e Arena as well, and not to forget to join into the Discord. And with that all said and done, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Abstract. With me here is Hey I'm Quack. We have been your caster for today, and it's been such an honor doing so. I will see you guys on the next CSGO stream by 5e Arena, or maybe someone else will, and let us all revitalize CSGO once again.